What's up? Hope this works out okay. Alright, so it's been a while since I was last playing this game. I don't really remember a whole lot about what happened last. I do know that we learned a lot about Junko, that she is like not aware of what a family's like, I think it was. And then we left. I don't remember. Just watch the other video if you're curious. Let's go. On the day, Aoi-san was out to oversee an away match of a sports club, and Konami met up with friends from her class. So, I was by myself, but... Hello! The doorbell rang, so I answered the intercom, and what I then heard was quite a familiar voice. I'll open the door. Thereat, as I open the entrance door, Jinpo-senpai steps in. Ohayo, senpai. No, that's alright. What is it? Distancing herself from senpai, who is sidling up to her. Is that a typo? Sliding up to her in panic, Tina takes refuge behind my back. Did you just come to toy with Tina? It naturally slipped my mouth, as it seemed like you're all ahead, full sails, to treat her as your toy. So, what did you really come here for? Oh, just for that, huh? So she says. I see. I'm mercilessly treated as a backup toy, huh? Anyway, it really seems that she just came for fun. It appears Senpai is also aware of the fact that Kotaro is actually a pervy dog. Well, considering the fact that he's Tina's familiar while Senpai is her guardian, I suppose it's safe to assume they know each other rather well. Ah, now I get it. You said to come play with her, but in truth you came to see how she's doing, right? Well, I don't think you have enough free time to justify swinging by for the sole purpose of having fun. Oh. Jeez, Tina, that's just shameless right there. I lightly flick Tina's forehead. What's your call, Tina? That's how it is, apparently. So come inside to the living room. Gotta say though, I can't say I appreciate how you entice her with food. At any rate, I escort Senpai to the living room and make her tea. It's almost time for lunch. Be patient until afternoon tea. Can't you even wait a few hours? I'll give you a slice for your lunch dessert then. As we have this exchange in our usual fashion, even if it doesn't look that way, I'm having quite a hard time here because the performer guardian didn't properly discipline her. It strikes me that your adoring is rather problem-ridden too, though. I think it's quite evident based on how Tina acts, but apparently she herself hasn't realized it. What is it, Tina? In refutation of her claim that she supposedly adored her, Tina basically ignores her completely and only talks to me. I dare to assume she went overboard with her adoring in a similar fashion to how she wrecked the plushie. Yeah, oh, okay. Senpai, if you'd like... What is it that you're seeking? So she suddenly proposes. You will. Sorry, it's just I can hardly imagine you being able to cook. But at school you always just buy bread or pastries at the school store lunch, don't you? To my ears, it quite blatantly sounded like she was implying some caveat, though. I don't exactly get it, but it seems Tina can't really approve of Senpai preparing lunch. It's not like I have anything against it, but if you plan on demanding something from me in return, tell me in advance. Seriously? And that would be? Seems it's already pointless to try to stop her. Alright, use what you want. If there's anything you're missing, I'll go buy it. And so we end up having Senpai prepare our lunch today. Then, after having waiting for not as much as 20 minutes, with skillfulness that renders me speechless just by looking, she brings over the food prepared from the kitchen. No, that's more than enough. I see we really prepared a proper meal. I find myself somewhat perplexed as I look at the plates with food lined up on the table.
私の膝の上にお座りなさい。こういうのが嫌なんです。私、やっぱりお昼ご飯いらないです。ティーナ様、どこに行かれるのですか？
With that, Tina rushed off with Kotaro carried away on top of her head.
じゃあ、逃がしちゃった。
I can hardly blame her.
どういうこと？
Does she seriously not understand what made her run away? Should I bring her back?
気が向かないなら無理に一緒じゃなくてもいいよ。後で温め直せばいいし。先に食べちゃいましょう。
Right, that's true. It'd be a waste to let the food get cold after all, so let's get to it without further ado and have lunch, just the two of us. Let's dig in then.
それじゃ、どうぞ召し上がれ。
Yeah, same to you. By the way, Senpai, while gazing at the plate put before me, I tell her what I've been wanting to say since she brought the food to the table. I see you didn't forget what I said a couple of days back.
本当に作ってあげるって言ったでしょ。
Served on the table is rice omelet and octopus with cucumber salad as a side dish. The food I told her I like.
とにかく食べて食べて。実はちょっとだけ練習しておいたから自信作なんだよ。
You really practice making these? And now you want to show off the fruits of your labor?
そんなとこ。ちゃんと感想を聞かせてね。
Yeah, I'll dig in then. I take the spoon and without delay take a mouthful of rice omelet to have a taste.
どう？
It's delicious. Really.
お口にあったみたいでよかった。
Both Kotaro and Tina gave Senpai's cooking ability their seal of approval, but I wouldn't have thought it was this good. It's so good that I even feel a bit perplexed. When we practiced playing house the other day, I already thought so too, but it's sort of vexing to admit, but I think you could become a good bride. In response to what I said to her, she freezes up for a moment and gives me a blank stare.
いきなりそんなこと言われても。ってなんで悔しがる必要があるの？
I'd be grateful if you decided between getting embarrassed and getting upset.
反応に困ること言わないで。もうこれだから元賞金首は。
Brings back memories. I'd already completely forgotten that there was a bounty on me.
でもそうだね。
After that, another couple of seconds passed, with her apparently unable to decide on how she should deal with this, but then...
お買い得だよ。奥さんにしちゃったらおっぱいも飲み放題だし。
Can I take you up on that offer?
ってあれ？いつもと反応が違う。
I thought it'd be more fun to play along once in a while.
冗談だからね。そこに食いつかれても本当はちょっと困るというか。
I know that. I gaze at the rare sight of Senpai being flustered for real, despite the fact that she herself was the one who brought it up. I caught myself thinking that she's really cute.
ユウマくん、それ。
Huh? What?
今の顔、いい笑顔だったかも。
A smile?
すっごく優しい感じに笑ってた。もしかしたら初めて見たかも。これでもう一歩、ミオちゃんとコナタに近づけたかな。
What do they have to do with this?
だって私だけユウマくんのちゃんとした笑顔を見たことなかったからちょっぴり悔しかったんだよ。
I see.
ねえねえ、もう一回笑って。1たす1は？
You don't even have a camera on you. What do you say? I quickly turn away from her.
ケチケチしないでよ。
Even if I wanted to, it's not something I can do it at will. If I look straight at her face right now, my face would most likely fire up from embarrassment. The sound's also good.
でしょでしょ
But anyways, did I really smile naturally to her? What kind of meaning would that have? Could it be that she's the person who can make me smile? So basically I fell in... I continued the meal while doing my utmost to somehow keep agitation from showing on my face. After lunch, we cleaned up the house. Of course, I told her she didn't have to do that, but when she asked me about my plans for the day, she said she'd help when I answered her question truthfully. I already knew it, but situations like these really make it strike home that she won't listen to anyone once she has her mindset.
こんなものかな綺麗になったね
Really sorry about this,
だ
you
から
know.
気にしなくていいってばどのみち今日は丸ごと予定を空けてあったんだから
Spending a precious holiday with housework at someone else's place isn't exactly the most natural thing, if you ask me.
残念ながら本来の目的は果たせなかったけどティナちゃん結局出てきてくれなかったしな
Now that you mention it, you came because of Tina, huh? Senpai, who is supposed to be our guest, is helping with the housework, and she is... Want me to drag her out?
そこまでしなくても大丈夫
But...
いいのいいのあの子を口実にまた遊びに来るから
That's so. On one hand, I feel bad about it, but on the other hand, a part of me thinks that I may actually have to thank Tina for that. This means Senpai is gonna visit again.
それじゃあ今日は帰るねケーキ冷蔵庫に入ってるから後でみんなで食べて
Yeah, okay, really? Really? Thanks for everything.
どういたしましてじゃあまた学校でね
I saw her up to the entrance after she got ready to leave. Sateto. Standing in the entrance hall after Senpai left, I shortly ruminate about what I should do now. Tina, you were there. As if to make sure that Senpai is no longer here, she approaches me while restlessly looking around. Don't worry, she's already gone home. But you know she came to see you. You should at least have said goodbye.
すみません
Seeing that she does look despondent, I suppose she may also think that she did something bad herself.
ところでユーマさん
What is it?
お腹すきました
I bet. Well, it's only natural, since you didn't have lunch. Are you fine with eating the food Senpai prepared?
はい料理自体は美味しいので
You also have it quite rough, huh?
アンさんにも困ったものです
Spilling a rice smile in response to Tina talking big, I head towards the kitchen. I simply reheat her meal and also start to prepare tea, with the idea of serving her a slice of cake afterwards. Thereat,
ユーマさん
Tina calls me with a somewhat hesitant vibe about her. You called?
はいユーマさんはアンさんと恋をするのですか
My hand, which was just about to pour hot water into the teapot, freezes. No, there really isn't anything like that between us.
本当ですか
Yeah. Not yet, at the very least. I catch myself lining up the excuse in my mind and become churned up as to why there was a need to compliment that. But just hypothetically, if I was in love with her, would I get the back of the love fairy at that time? I carefully ask her as if to test the waters. But,
私は反対です
eh,
応援したくないです
why? She isn't such a scary person as you believe.
そんなこと分かってます私が怖いのはエレさんだけですから
While looking at the two of them, it was also pretty clear to me that Tina, even though she is avoiding Senpai, doesn't seriously dislike her. Well, then why...
でも
Tina speaks up, disrupting my words. in order to present a certain piece of reality before me.
あの人は死神ですから。
It was already late night when I finished taking care of the kids.
これで今日はお風呂入って寝るだけかな。
I heaved a small sigh upon returning to my room. At that moment,
エレン、何？
Ellie addresses me in my mind.
話があるね。はいはい、ちょっと待ってて。
It's not like I can simply talk as is, but since it's naturally more comfortable to talk when you actually see the other, I go over to the window.
それでどうしたの？
どうもこうもあるか。お前、どういうつもりだ？
I don't really get it, but it seems I'm suddenly being lectured.
どういうつもりって言われても何の話？
昼間のことだ。よもや本気ではあるまいな。
本気って何が？
なぜティナを連れ戻さない？その上、あいつの居候を口実にするなどと言っていたではないか。
おう、また遊びに行くってやつ？
貴様は時々冗談と本気の区別が曖昧になるからな。
確かに半分くらい本気で言ってたかも。
ああ、貴様。
大丈夫だって、半分は冗談だから。
大丈夫ではないだろうが、それは。だいたいなんというか気に入らん。実に気に入らん。
理由を言ってくれなきゃわからないんですけど。
だからつまりいつまであんな男に関わるつもりなんだ、貴様は。
ユウマくんに近づくのが気に入らないってこと？
あんの趣味は全く理解不能だ。何を好き好んで男になど近づきたがる？
ちょっと、人のことを男にだらしないみたいに言わないでくれる？
ふん、事実だろ。
そんなこと言うと怒るよ。それじゃ誰でもいいみたいな言い方じゃない。
ならあの男が特別だとでも言うつもりか？
ユウマくんが？それは。
As she asked me that, I pondered for a bit. What do I actually think of Yumiko?
とりあえず、ほら、可愛いじゃない？
全く同意しかねるな。
可愛いよ。
悪趣味にも程がある。
It appears there is no chance for us to come to an agreement in regards to this point.
ほら、それにさ、約束したからね。あの子と。幸せにしてあげなくちゃでしょ？
That's a promise from a long ago in the past. A promise I made with a very important person to Ellie and me.
夫婦にでもなるつもりか？
そういうのじゃなくて。
Thud. My heart starts to beat a bit stronger.
私の目には惚れているようにしか見えないがな。
何言ってるの？まったく。
Thud, thud.
だったらどうなのだ？好きではないのか？
そういうストレートな言い方は。
This is bad. Isn't this basically the same thing as admitting it?
だからね、要するに私は。
Thud, thud, thud. My heart is beating so fast there's no way to cover it up anymore.
少し落ち着け。
Crap. Ellie can easily sense what's going on in our body just like I am.
なあ、あん。 私は賛成できないぞ。
In contrast to my heart feverishly beating as if on fire, my mind is cooling down.
私はお前の悲しむ顔など見たくない。
大丈夫。わかってる。
Right. As a matter of fact, I really must not truly experience love.
この私が本気になんてなるわけないでしょ。
I deny my rapidly beating heart while forcing a smile.
もしも好きな人ができたとしても結ばれてはいけない。それが私たちの決まりだものね。
そうだ。なぜなら我らは
Because Ellie and I are...
死神だからね。
Today is the first day after the holidays, and right now I'm in class. However, I couldn't really concentrate in class. I recall what Tina said during those holidays.
私は反対です。あの人は死神ですから。
Since then, I may be a little bit on edge. There's no denying that she's not human, but I don't want to change my attitude towards her because of that. I want to keep things as they've been until now. No matter what she is, Senpai is Senpai and I am me. For that, there's absolutely no need to change anything. I simply want to help her. But do I really want nothing to change? I know myself that this is a downright lie. I don't want things to remain unchanging. To begin with, the very reason I joined the student council was because I wanted to change something. No, well, that's not it. It's not a matter of wanting to change and thus hoping for changes to come about. I just happened to change. That's all there is to it. Through being by Senpai's side, I've become able to smile just a bit. My everyday life has become a lot more fun than before. It didn't become like this because I'd been seeking for it. It just naturally happened. I'm sure that's because I blank her. What am I thinking? Just endlessly spinning things in circles, won't achieve anything in it. I can't possibly bring myself to warm up to the moment which I'm spending gloomily by myself. If I see her, this restless feeling, is it going to disappear if I see her and talk to her? I feel that with her smile and the fun time we'll have together as she teases me, it'll be easily extinguished. It's just a baseless hunch, though. Still, right now, I just anxiously awaited dismissal time. No, a time when I can finally go see Senpai's face. They're at after school. Hey, everyone. Somewhat ahead of Mio and Tsukishima, who were on cleaning duty, I entered the student council room together with Soul.
二人ともお疲れ。ゆりとみおちゃんは？
They're on cleaning duty today, so they'll be a bit late.
そっか、了解。兄さん、小枝先輩、休み中に要望書が山積みになってるから手伝ってもらえますか？
Sure, no problem.
ごめんな、コナミちゃん。俺ら最後の授業が体育だったから遅くなっちまって。
もしかしてヘトヘトなんですか？
浅場先生、意外と容赦なく走らせるんだよな。
Wasn't that just because you were slacking?
ああいう人に限って怒らせるとおっかねえんだぜ。な、ユウマ。
At the very least, I've never seen her get seriously mad.
うん、私も。
それじゃあなおさら気をつけねえとな。
兄さん、気をつけてね。
You too. However, I can't even fathom what you'd have to do to get Aoi-san seriously mad. By the way, Senpai,
何？
I suddenly had a strange feeling that something is off. It's not like something is actually different from usual or anything, though.
どうかしたユウマくん。
No, it's nothing. Sorry. As I wonder whether it was just my imagination, I continued with what I wanted to say. Thanks for the other day. You went out of your way to visit our place and everything.
そうそう、ケーキ美味しかったですよ。でしょ？私おすすめのお店なんだよ。今度そのお店の場所を教えてもらえますか？いいよ。シンプルだけど、いちごのショートケーキが絶品なんだよね。
So because of that, can you let me do something for you in return?
そんなの別にいいってば。こっちこそティナちゃんがお世話になっちゃってるし。
No, but we could go out somewhere together, or...
気を使ったりしなくていいの。お礼の代わりにしっかり働いてくれれば OK だよ。それじゃあ
But...
コナタン、まだ全員揃ってないけど始めるよ。その要望書バリバリ片付けていこう。あ、はい。
How should I put this? I feel kind of like she gave me the slip.
もしかしてユーマ、今振られたのか？
What do you mean?
デートのお誘いを断られたようにしか見えなかったぞ。
Is your eyesight okay? How about you swing by the optician tomorrow?
ちゃんと見えてるっての。両方裸眼で 1.2 だ。
An awfully realistic number.
ま、俺なんかに八つ当たりしてないで元気出せや。
I'm telling you, that's not it. It had no other intention in mind but thanking her. He was actually quite close to the mark, though. After that, Miu and Tsukishima also arrived at the student council room, and we proceeded to work as always. Devoid of any noteworthy problems, time just went by.
それじゃあ今日は解散かな。みんなお疲れ様。お疲れ様でした。
さあした。
ちょっと声たくん、挨拶をもっとちゃんとしてください。兄さん、帰ろう。
Yeah, let's go.
みんな、車に気をつけて帰ってね。
Leaving Senpai, who does the closing up behind, Konami and the others exit the student council room. It's not like I wanted to stay here any longer or anything, but finding no reason to stay here any longer, I chase after Konami and the others.
今日は平和な一日だったね。
Right. It was, really. I nod in response to Mio while I change my shoes, and then suddenly think, why is it that I feel lonesome at the fact that nothing worth mentioning occurred? Several days went by. Since that day, other than work-related conversations, opportunities where I could talk with Senpai just won't appear. I don't think she's deliberately avoiding me, though. I recall the contents of my conversation with her during the past couple of days.
それじゃあちょっと資料室行ってくるね。
If it's sorting, I'll come along and help you.
大した量じゃないから一人で大丈夫だよ。校内の見回りに行きますね。浅場くんと神保先輩で留守番をお願いします。あ、今日は私も一緒に行く。
There's still some papers left to handle, though.
家まで持って帰ってやるから。悪いけど、ユウマくんはお留守番お願いね。行きましょう、ユーリ。
Senpai.
あれ、ユウマくん、帰ったんじゃなかったの？
I thought I'd help you put everything away and close up.
手伝ってもらうほどのことじゃないよ。もう終わったし。
Then how about we walk part of the way home and...
ごめんね。ちょっと職員室に寄っていくから。ほら、早く行かないとミオちゃんたちが待ってるんじゃない？
Day by day, scenes like that repeated. Senpai has all smiles as always. She doesn't appear to be in a bad temper, and as far as I know, there's nothing that could have made me get on her bad side in the first place. I'm sure it's just bad timing at work. That's why we could never be alone. Even though I really think so, I don't know why, but after several occurrences of the same thing, a seed of anxiety had started to slowly bud inside my mind. Senpai, I'll also... And again, I can only watch her departing back as she walks away by herself. No, it's nothing. All of them who have been immersing themselves in either work or shogi are now looking at me questioningly. Something wrong? It would appear that I've been quite blatantly displaying some form of depression. I'm even making them worry about me, seriously miserable. Saying that I'm worrying about something would be an overstatement, though. I'm honestly a bit unsure whether I should talk with them, but yeah, I guess I should. It might be better to ask others' opinions instead of moping about myself. Recently, I've been thinking, having resolved myself, I chose to broach what I've been feeling for the past several days. Hasn't Senpai been acting strange the past couple of days? I was hoping that maybe one of them might have an idea what might be the reason for it, but... The response I received all denied the very basic assumption of mine. How should I say? So there's no point in desperately appealing that you are thinking the same thing when you clearly didn't, so just don't. That's not mine so, but seeing that both Mio and Konami's second Tsukishima, I suppose it must be true. It's really me who's been acting strange, not Senpai. I see. Comes as a bit of a shock to have my own view on it get overthrown this clearly and straightly. What? Did you notice something like that about me? As I think back after they unanimously pointed that out to me, I realize that they're actually right about that. Maybe.
女性のお尻を追いかけ回してる時に他の女の子が絡んでくるのは修羅場の予感がします。コナミさん、その言い方はちょっと。
本当のいやらしい言い方ってのはこんなもんじゃないぜ。そうだな、例えば
その先を口に出したら風紀違反でトイレ掃除ですよ。
あは言いません。
Just so you know, I'm not even remotely thinking anything dirty, alright?
私も別にそんな風には思っていないよ。いやらしいこと。ミオも変な妄想はしないで。そんなわけってどう？参考になった？
I guess. Thanks. Everyone is saying that it's just for me chasing after her, but I can't wipe the feeling that she's avoiding me after all. That even though I was the one on the run before, I can only agree to that phrase.
ユーリ先輩、次お相手していただいていいですか？将棋の？でも私もルールを覚えたばかりなんだけど。はい、構いません。
コナミちゃん、強すぎるから覚悟した方がいいぜ。もう立ち直れないくらいボコボコにされたからな。
私も見てていい？
While I watch everyone move over to the shogi next, now that our talk is over, I've been chasing after Senpai. Huh. The notion that may be the reason she has come to dislike me forms, engulfing me in increasingly more anxiety. That day, at night, as I head to the kitchen to get a drink after a bath, for some reason, the rude nurse who was there. What are you doing here? Oh, I see. I suppose I'll gladly have some then. But anyway, why are you alone though? Where's Aoi-san? Oh, okay. As I nod in response to that explanation, I hear someone's footsteps probably from behind. Yeah. Where are Konami and Tina? Oh. I see. You heard about it? I assume Aoi-san has been consulting with her since the time Tina came to live under the roof as a runaway girl. Sounds like they must be really good. No, I can eat them by myself just fine. Something wrong? She mutters something I'm unable to comprehend and tilts her head in puzzlement. What do you mean by something? I don't know what you want to hear from me. Since it's the truth, I momentarily fail to respond. It's perfectly clear to me that things will only get troublesome for me at this rate. So in fact, I know that the right thing to do would be to immediately answer, "It's nothing," to veer off with that, but I find myself unable to do just that. You too?
そんなの知るか。
From my perspective, I was striving to act as usual and also thought I managed to do so, but it figures that Aoi-san saw right through me. I feel bad for apparently having made her worry about me. What is it?
言いたくないなら別にいいんだけど。
じれったい親子だな。心配だから相談してくれと葵は言っているんだ。
だからなおちゃん、こういうのは。
知るか。私はデリケートじゃないんだよ。おいユーマ、いいからさっさと悩みを言え。
Okay, okay. Sorry for worrying you, Aoi-san.
親が子供の心配をするのは当たり前だもの。
I've been wanting to talk to someone about this anyway. It's a bit embarrassing if it's Aoi-san, but I decided to console her while glossing over certain points. And so, I kind of feel like she's avoiding me. While nibbling on the cherries, I told them about my desire to help Senpai. Naturally, I've omitted Soul Reaper related stuff. Everyone else is saying that she isn't, though.
他の連中が違うと言っているなら違うんだろう。避けられてるのはお前の気のせいだ。
納得できないって顔だね。
Yeah, maybe it's really just that something is wrong with me, but I don't quite get it myself.
こんな相談している時点でお前はおかしいぞ。
なおちゃん、そこまで言わなくても。
しかし、なんだ。ユーマ、お前。
The rude nurse suggestively yet hesitatingly gets to the point. Did I what?
あいつに人法に惚れてるのか？
Huh? What's this all of a sudden?
やっぱりそうなの
Aoi-san, please calm down.
おい葵、ユーマももう十分育ってるんだぞ。お前もそろそろ子離れをするべきじゃないか？
分かってるけど。でも。
ああ、もう何を泣いてるんだよ。鬱陶しい。
だってまだ心の準備ができてないんだもん。やっぱりお母さんとしては複雑だよ。
たく世話の焼ける母親だな。
Somehow, she almost seems like she's close to start drowning her grief in alcohol or something. Listen, Aoi-san, I don't have that kind of relationship with her.
でも、ユーマくんはジンコさんのこと好きなんでしょ？
I could feel my heart pound against my chest. It's true that I'm attracted to her, but that's all there is. I take a deep breath to somehow prevent my face from getting red.
それだけってなんだ？だいたいお前、前に恋をするとかなんとか言ってなかったか？
Yeah, and I'm saying that I'm not in love with her. There's nothing like that between us yet.
あ？何を言ってるんだ、お前は。
Both of them tilt their heads in confusion. Did I just say something weird?
好きなのに恋をしていないのか？
Like I just said, there's nothing like that between us.
好きになったら、それはもう恋だよね。
Huh?
つまりお前は恋人同士ではないと言いたいのか？
Don't you have to be a couple to really say that you're in love?
お前は片思いという言葉を知らないのか？
That term felt like a dagger that deeply pierced my chest.
ああ、なるほどな。逃げてるのか、お前。
Running away? From what?
振られるのが怖いから恋愛という枠にはめたくない。で、そうやって一人でうじうじ考え込んでばかりいる。ほら、 恋から逃げてるだろ。
That's not really.
でもそういうのが恋なんだと思うの。小さなことでも一喜一憂してドキドキそわそわって。
Since she experienced a passionate love with Dad, I suppose what she says must really reflect the truth. I must say, I've always thought love is supposed to be more of a happy feeling.
そわそわしていっぱい悩んで不安になって、その後に嬉しいことがあるから最高に幸せだなって思えるんじゃない？
Well, I guess.
嬉しいことがなかったら最高に不幸だわな。
もうなおちゃん、悩める青少年をいじめないの。
ま、そこまで悲観するな。今のお前なら人法に嫌われてなければそれで幸せだろ。
Yeah, if she doesn't, that is. I start to seriously feel at a total loss.
そうだよね。とっても怖いよね。他の人の気持ちなんて見ることができないもの。
Probably in an attempt to comfort me, always son directs consoling words at me. However, the rude nurse, on the other hand,
ったく、そんなの当たり前だろ。バカバカしい。
visibly put out by that statement, she roughly scratches her head. Then what do you suppose I should do?
そんなの決まってるだろう。いいか、ユーマ。人の気持ちがわからないのなんてお互い様だ。
Well, yeah.
考え込んでいたってどうにもなりゃしないんだよ。なら確かめるしかないだろう。
So basically what she's probably trying to get me to do
さっ
is...
さと告白でもしてこい。
Didn't you skip some logical steps in between?
これ以上ないほど合理的だ。それに私は男がめめしく悩んでる姿なんて見たくもないんだよ。
Man, this person really don't go easy on me. If she presents me with such an awfully easy to understand sound argument, what other choice do I have but amenably agree to it? Yeah, you have a point. And I skipped it. If you directly confront each other, you'll learn how they feel. Nothing is going to change if I keep brooding over it. I just been running away because I was scared of finding out. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, huh?
そういうことだ。多少はマシな顔になったな。
My mom is just frozen in fear right now. Look at her. She's just like... Get!
あれ、本当に告白するの？
可愛い息子の恋愛だぞ。葵も応援してやれ。
そんな。
I can't confess?
ダメなわけあるか。というか、葵の言うことには耳を貸すんじゃない。
Well, you say so, but...
山くん、あのね。
Yeah? I'm listening. With a voice seriously close to crying. She still managed to squeeze that out. After having seen off the rude nurse, I returned to my room. Confess to her, huh? Now alone, I quietly mutter that and think, should I really confess to her? When I think about the what-if case for rejecting me, an outrageous anxiety fills me. But I recall the time I spent together with her. My first impression of her was, if I had to say, the type of person I can't handle very well. I never knew what she was thinking. She dragged even Konami and Mio into the student council and brought up all sorts of troublesome things. I may have made the decision on my own, but ultimately me joining the student council was also just what she had wanted all along. I don't regret the decision, but why was it she wanted me to join anyway? Because I didn't have enough manpower? Because wanted poster, granted in an unfavorable way, draw attention to me? As I think about that, I'm made aware of the fact that there's still a lot I don't know. That is why, if possible, I want to learn more about her. She really is a person who's full of riddles, making me feel at a loss. However, even though she's a handful, she definitely isn't a bad person. I recall her eyes, full of anxiety, as she revealed to me that she's not human. I recall her gentle eyes, as she was reading a picture book to the children. Besides that, she showed me that she's unexpectedly domestic, but got embarrassed and started to lose her composure when I praised her for that. She's a surprisingly normal girl, a very gentle person, and, above all, she's just lovely. As I remember all her different expressions, my face naturally starts to form a smile. Yeah, I guess I really do love her. She's making me naturally smile to the extent that I notice it myself. I'm sure this feeling that basically renders you powerless to refrain from smiling must be love. I want to be close to her. I want to be by her side. I want to support her. She, who is bearing such a heavy burden on her shoulders. Most importantly, I want to see her smile. That's why I summon up my spirit and harden my resolve. Tomorrow, I'll confess to her.
なあ、アン。
え？どうかした？
それはこっちのセリフだ。大丈夫か？
As I absentmindedly idle in my room, Ellie suddenly asked me that.
大丈夫って何が？
とぼけるな。最近、アンは一人になると元気がないだろ。
そんなことないよ。
Even as I say so, I notice myself that there's no power in my voice. Really, what should I do with myself? I can't even muster the energy to put up a convincing act of contrived mirth. And probably not knowing how to respond to me as I am right now, Ailey falls silent. Putting out someone who's worrying about me. I'm really no good as I am right now.
エレ、避けてるって気づかれてるかな？
浅場ユーマのことか？知らん。
The same old uncouthness.
だが、話くらいは聞いてやる。思っていることがあるなら、言葉にしてみるといい。
Maybe talking about it will make me feel better. Then,
嫌われちゃっていないかな？
when you get down to it, that's basically the only thing that I'm thinking about.
私、ユーマくんにひどいことしてる。
もう考えるな。あんな男のことを。
でも、
I just can't stop thinking about it, no matter what. He just won't leave my mind.
我らは恋などするべきではない。
分かってるよ。仕方ないよね。私たちは死神だもの。
そうだ。我らは不死の存在。人と同じ時は生きられない。
Since we don't have a lifespan, we eventually have to bear witness to the deaths of the people we're close to. Even if we come to love someone, it is only a matter of time until we lose that person again.
近づけば近づいただけ。別れは辛くなっちゃう。
ならば、最初から何もない方がいい。
That's the conclusion we've arrived at, having lived many, many years.
だから言われなくたって恋なんてしない。
お前のその感情は、すでに恋心と呼ばれるものだがな。
違うよ。
Even though this is perfectly clear, I mustn't admit it. Because if I admit it that I'm in love, then
叶わない恋なんて悲しいだけ。
そうだな。
she glances at me from inside the window glass.
なあ、アン。お前には私がいる。だから、
丈夫。エレがいるから寂しくないよ。
With desperate effort, I try to make a smile.
あ
Did I manage to show a proper smile? I don't know.
あ、安心しろ。私はいつまでも一緒だ。だから。
Ellie didn't put anything further into words. The truth is, I really don't understand what she's trying to convey to me, but
ごめんね。心配かけて。
I think I'll do my best to smile. After all, there's nothing else that I can do. The next day, Saturday, is a day that you won't get to see today because I'm going to stop right here. This is the first time on this gaming channel that I've shown my face. I thought it would be better that you could see my expression and that kind of thing, so if it was, cool. If it wasn't, sorry you saw my face. I can't really change it. But I'm going to try to stream again tomorrow. No promises, but I'll try.